Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 49, the OUSA Dota League Season 1, game number 2, Paddy's Pubstomp up against Team Blink. We had to remake the draft because halfway during their captain Snow, his computer crashed. I think his computer's made out of wood or something along those lines. So just going to quickly go over the picks and bans. First pick over for Blink Dota was the Ember Spirit. Secondary pick was their Ancient Apparition. Their first ban was the Slark. Secondary ban was the Invoker. They really don't like to play against those heroes. Up on Paddy's Pubstomp, their first ban, was the Timbersaw. Secondary ban was the Pudge. Third ban was the Outworld Destroyer. And so there we go. Just quickly running through the picks and bans that they've already gone through. Yep, Yoshi just confirming that it is indeed same picks and bans.
Team ban. Radiant team pick.
There we go. So just confirm that it is the same first picks and bans from before. Slark and Invoker, heroes that Blink Dota really don't like to play against. They're one of the teams that they're comfortable enough in their players' versatility and their range of heroes. They ban heroes based on the playstyle it exerts. And so they don't like to have to deal with the fact that Slarky has his Shadow Dance, which makes him immune for 5.5 seconds. It makes it supports life living hell. There's actually nothing you can do during that case, especially with the amount of damage coming out from that Blink Pounce combination, coupled with the damage he's constantly gaining from Essence Shift. Treant Protector first pick for Paddy's. A bit unusual, we haven't seen Treant Protector as a first pick in a very, very long time. Not since Living Armor was considered overpowered. He's back in line now. So Treant Protector up with the Razor. Treant Protector offers a lot in trilanes in terms of offensive capability, as Leech Seed is a fantastic spell. Heals your all three heroes, slows them down, does a decent amount of damage. Drawback is the short range, and so he'll have to rely on coming in from the side, or maybe using that Nature's Guise if he gets it at level 2 or level 4. Just a 1-point wonder. 3-point up to the support heroes. Throughout that Leech Seed, start hitting on them. He hits like a Mack truck, 87 base damage. Something ridiculous. No, sorry, 67 base damage at level 1. Not a hero you want to face off against. Weaver third ban for Blink Dota. Another hero that they really don't like to play up against just because of the invisibility attacks it exerts. Weaver is very tricky in the hands of a skilled player, as he has Sakuchi to constantly move him out of danger. He has that time lapse which you could use, so if you don't kill him before he's able to time lapse out, it just means you wasted the whole of the spell, the whole of the time on a hero that just has effectively a second life. Nature's Prophet, fourth ban over on Paddy's Pubstomp. They know that Blink Dota like to run Z as the offlaner with that Nature's Prophet. Provides a lot of Rap Dota split push. And one of the advantages to Nature's Prophet is, unlike that Lone Druid who has a similar kind of offlane and using his summonable unit to leash the creep waves back, if he loses his trees, it's not the end of the world. If Lone Druid loses his bear until he has it off cooldown again, he's effectively useless. Bane Elemental is the third pickup, works very well in conjunction with that Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition's weakness is he needs some kind of setup or reliable stun to set off his own Cold Feet. In this case, as they have a high amount of damage coming out, as he most likely will be maxing out Chilling Touch, Bane Elemental also works out very well, especially if they decide to go as a roaming duo, as you can walk up, Nightmare, give Ancient Apparition time to set up Chilling Touch on everyone, get them time to move into position. If they have someone like that Ember Spirit, he can walk up to point blank range, throw out that Searing Chain. Once all three heroes are surrounding that slept hero, he's dead. There's no way in hell he's getting out from that one. Fourth ban over in the Shadow Shaman. They know that Blink Dota respecting the power of that Shadow Shaman. They know how strong that 2.5 second level 1 Shackle is. They know how powerful the Serpent Wards are. Shadow Shaman's biggest drawbacks, however, is he is very mana hungry, so he needs an Arcane Boot to pick up, all the other support hero to pick up an Arcane Boot to sustain the amount of mana he burns through, as well as the fact that he's very squishy and slow. So often you see a Shadow Shaman used in conjunction with another support hero. We have a Disruptor as a secondary support pickup for Paddy's Pubstomp. They could potentially have Treant Protector go mid, just because of his extremely high base attack. He can just bully other heroes out of lane. Not too sure how effective they'll be against that Ember Spirit, but that option is there. He can also go into the offlane. He does pretty well 1v1 just for that exact same reason. No hero in the game can out CS him just because of the sheer amount of right-click power he has. Disruptor is a fantastic support pickup. Has no real CC, got a lot of soft CC. He has a kinetic field which can hold people in place, as well as that Static Storm in conjunction with that kinetic field, which shuts down all ability usage. We've got the Bristleback, so it looks like a Bristleback offlane, Razor over in the middle lane, and Treant Protector and Disruptor with the carry as their fifth pickup. Doom has been picked up on Blink Dota. Fantastic hero, similar in the sense of the Nature's Prophet, and the fact that he's able to gain enough gold through his abilities to power through a lot of his weaknesses, can pick up those key items from the team. A lot of the time we can see Doom sent off to the off lane, and in this case, go 1v1 against that Bristleback, pick up an early 8-9 minute mech for his team, use that to start that Deathball push going. He can eat creeps, such as that Ice Ogre, provide that +7 armor to his team, as well as that chill armor debuff. Dipping into a bit of their reserve time for their 5th ban, and not only that, you can always keep in mind the fact that Doom counters every single other hero in the game, including himself, just by the fact that you can Doom them. You can't use items, you can't use abilities, it shuts down a lot of passives. Bristleback is disabled by that, and recently Nyx's Feast is disabled. And so if he catches out any hero on Paddy's Pubstomp, he can Doom them, render them effectively useless for the fight, force them to back away, not being able to help out at all. If he could Doom, say, the mech carrier, he can't pop mech, he's now useless. They've gone for the 5th ban on the Luna, recognizing the high amount of power and threat she poses in the trilane, and that threat is twofold. Firstly, you have the Loosen Beam, which has a 700 range, up to 300 damage. Magical Nuke can be used to initiate and finish off. It's got a low enough cooldown and high enough range that chances are she can get 2 off in a gank attempt. Not only that, her Lucent Blessing provides 14 damage at level 1 to every hero in range, as well as providing extra night vision. Night vision change is especially huge, especially with heroes such as that Alchemist receiving a huge nerf to their night vision. 5th ban is that Crobolus, and it looks like we've gone for an Ursa 5th pick, so in terms of lane so far, it looks like the Ursa will be in the tri-lane in conjunction with the Ancient Apparition and the Bane Elemental. Doom will be off lane facing off against that Bristleback, and Ember Spirit will be in the mid lane. Ember Spirit doesn't really function too well in the off lane, so most likely will be that Doom. Doom can operate in all 3 lanes. He can go 1v1 in an off lane, can work in the tri-lane as a safe lane farmer, or even can go mid. Not the most ideal for him to go mid, but he always has that possibility. And it looks like Paddy's Pubstomp's looking to drop that tri-lane carry now. They see the Ursa pick, and they're a little bit afraid. I don't blame them. Ursa with overpower, especially with Chilling Touch, is absolutely horrifying. They have gone for that Jakiro pickup, and so we might actually see a... Yeah, it looks like a mid-Treant protector. Hugh Honey, the team captain and mid-player, has picked up Treant. So it looks like a tri-lane with Razor, Disruptor, as well as Jakiro, and Man's Toboggan, their off-lane player, as that Bristleback. Few things to note about Jakiro is the fact that he turns very slowly and has a very high cast point, makes it very difficult to land his spells. One of the reasons why he's not picked up too much. Ice Path is a fantastic spell, does provide a lot of lockdown for a very low cost. Essentially, just making reference to himself, essentially a ranged Fisher, provides a lot of utility in fights. Over in the mid lane we see Snow being pulled 2 tangos, looks like he's going to opt for that fast bottle. Doom, as their offlaners, he knows he's going to be faring off against the Bristleback. They want to make sure that they clash tri-v-tri. As Doombringer 1v3 actually can't do anything. He's got 0 armor. He's very slow. Without Scorched Earth, he's not moving very fast. Bit of smack talk flying out. We could potentially see a rotation coming out from the tri-lane of the Dire side, as they want to make sure that Bristleback can go 1v3, Doombringer cannot, so they have to make sure that Doombringer squares off against the Bristleback. Alternatively, he could hang around and decide, hey, fuck it, I'm just going to sack this lane, go into the jungle, eat a few creeps there, get his farm that way. That is a potential option. If he gets a fast Midas, if he isn't ganked, he can turn that jungle farm into an advantage, as he understands that the tri-lane Razor isn't too big of a threat. Even if he does get a lot of farm, he can very easily be brought down by the sheer amount of power coming out, especially from that Razor. Overpower with Chilling Touch means that he gets all 3 procs off at level 1. So 150 extra magic damage coming out in a split second. Huge amount of damage potential. With a level 4 Chilling Touch, that's 350 damage coming out from all 5 procs of Chilling Touch during that overpower. We'll see if he might actually choose to max out that Earth Shock. I know EE Summer's hero is a player that likes to max out that Earth Shock. It's a very cost-effective nuke. Used a lot when Ursa goes mid, just because of the sheer amount of damage and control you provide for 75 mana. Can be used to effectively control the lane. Treant Protector going for that first point over in the Leech Seed. Got 87 base damage. And looks like Snow is designed to up the ante. Throwing out that Fire Guard, using that to harass him. It's a free Pseudo Radiance and a free Pipe at the same time. Volvo, please nerf. In terms of last hits, he's actually outlast hitting the Treant Protector so far, sitting at 2 for 1. Bit of a misplay. One of the drawbacks, oh wow, and looks like Yoshi actually gets a kill over in the top lane. We see that power of that Chilling Touch combination. And especially, yeah, it looks like the Nightmare setup with the Chilling Touch proved too much to bear. My apologies for missing the first kill of the game. Actually, Team Blink seem pretty content with it. Once again, Paddy's Pubstomp going for that 2-1-2. Not really working out for them in their game so far, but they seem to insist on it. Isn't that the definition of insanity? doing the same thing over and over again, hoping for different results. Not really too sure why they have the Disruptor up top with the Bristleback. Bristleback can hold his own very well, especially with the Creep Equilibrium shift. He always will hit level 2, so that means he has that Bristleback up. He has that Quill Spray. You can't double Bristleback with Quills hitting your face all the time, unless you're prepared to trade kills for it. Q Honey taking a lot of damage. We have that Slater Fist and Searing Chain combination. About to go down, no, he throws out that Living Armor. That just barely saves him. Great play coming out from Snow, recognizing that without the creeps there, Slater Fist and the Searing Chain will always land, and if he's rooted in place, he can just cut him to pieces. Picks up Regeneration, is more than happy with that. Q Honey is driven out of the lane. He's forced to pop that Living Armor to save himself, hanging around, choosing to max out that Leech Seed, so he wants to go into that early ganking aggressive Treant Protector. Hasn't been having all too much of a good game so far, being outlasted by that Ember Spirit. One of the drawbacks to the fact that he hit so hard is the fact that his base attack time has been increased by 0.15 seconds, means his animation's a bit slower. Kind of like Tiny, eats the Searing Chain to the face, couple that Flame Guard. He might actually go down right now. Throws out the Leech Seed, turns around on Snow. Snow's taking a lot of damage. That's that power of that Leech Seed coming out right now. Couple of the right clicks with only 1 armor. There isn't all too much he can do against physical DPS. He didn't pick up that Stout Shield, has popped that Regeneration Rune. He should be fine. Over in the bottom lane, Z taking a lot of damage from that Razor. Razor has chosen to go for the aggressive abilities. Most likely will be maxing out that Static Link, as he knows that Doom on his own really can't do anything. He doesn't need that. He needs a few points in that Plasma Field to finish him off. Bit surprising he's choosing to go for both his Q and his W. Most players tend to either disregard his Q, max out the Plasma Current, and there we go. We see that combination in action. Nightmare followed up with Chilling Touch, followed up with the Earth Shock and a few right clicks, and there's nothing you do. If you're caught out by that sleep, you are going down, my friend. Has that smoke up, so they could be moving into for a rotation. Snow standing and duking out with Hugh Honey. Hugh Honey saying, get back, motherfucker, don't know me like that. I hit harder than you, and wow, he might actually, never mind, he disjoins with the Slater Fist. Great play there by Ember Spirit. He's turning around. And it looks like Hugh Honey should be safe. Yeah, there's no way that Snow could go for the kill there. He's only got that 1 point in the Slater Fist. He's maxing out that Flame Guard, recognizing he's up against a melee hero. So every time he pops that Flame Guard, he's forced to take that DPS or else be driven out of the lane. Works out fine either way for him. Over in the top lane, we've got a few pulls happening over in there. Bristleback, unfortunately, was unable to place a ward as Yoshi and DDY came prepared with a sentry in case a defensive ward was placed there. As I mentioned earlier, in the latest patch, you no longer want to go for a block. We have a Searing Chain to Slater Fist combination, and great kill there by Snow. Recognizes that he's at low HP for him to go down. Heads on in. Doom is into the mid lane. Bit of BM coming out there from Vic Vinegar. And he picks up Invisibility Room. Ember Spirit has just hit level 6, so he does have that Fire Remnant. Drastically increases his kill powers. It now gives him a 2000 range initiation spell. Especially coupled with that Slater Fist and the Searing Chain combination, which Snow is so proficient at. Hanging around the mid lane. He's a full level ahead of that Treant Protector. Could potentially go in for a kill. Throws out that Searing Chains. Pops his Flame Guard. Does a bit of damage, but Hugh Honey says, hey buddy, I hit harder than you. You don't want to do this. They do get a kill off over on the Doombringer. Looks like a 4-man rotation needed to kill that Doom, but they do get it in the end. Doom sitting about 1,245 gold, doing not too shabby, all things considered. One of the advantages of that Devourer is the fact that even if you do die in your lane, even if you do have a pretty shit time, you will get a lot of gold. You still can pick up those core items. Snow eating a lot of damage from that Leech Seed, doesn't go down, recognizes that if he took one more hit, he would. This Treant Protective pick actually is working out okay against the Ember Spirit. He did feed a kill. And in terms of CS, he isn't doing too well, but I'd like to think that in a more even player matchup, it could be a pretty even trade. Utilizing the high DPS coming out from Treant Protector's right clicks and that Leech Seed to compensate for the Ember Spirit's Flame Guard. In this case, it's surprising he didn't choose to max out Slater Fist, use that to control the lane a bit more. Throws out the ult, throws out the Leech Seed, Snow's going down, but the TP rotation's coming in from the Ancient Apparition. Uses that Chilling Touch, has that Cold Feet. Cold Feet won't proc on Treant Protector, able to walk on out of there, but he can just simply do a bit of damage. Brain Tap comes out, and one last away from death. There we go. Good kill from Yoshi, good rotation, recognizing that Snow is going down, but we can at least trade 1 for 1. Make sure to punish them for every kill they take. That's one of the core things you have to keep in mind in competitive Dota. It always has to be a trade. You can never give away things for free. If they take a tower, you want to take a tower in return. If they take a kill in return. Always want to make sure you're getting something out of it, even if it is just a little bit of farm. Dual Bear thrown out for a bit of harassment over in Z. DDY has rotated over, just giving him a little bit of support in case if he does get dove on. Ember Spirit gets another kill over on Razor this time, who rotated mid. They thought that the Razor with the Static Link should be safe against the Ember Spirit. They thought wrong. Searing Fist, Slater Fist and the Searing Chain proved to be too much to deal against. Oh, actually we have a pause. Could possibly be due to lag. Yeah, we have been noticing a few spikes recently. Ursa has picked up the Morbid Mask, so most likely will be going for that Vladimir's offering. I'm not too sure if this still holds true in Dota 2, but in Dota 1, if you pick up the Morbid Mask, it does not work with Fury Swipes, so the Morbid Mask will take priority over the Fury Swipes. That's the reason why you never see an Ursa with a Helm of the Dominator, always with the Vladimir's offering. I believe it's the same in Dota 2. But nonetheless, Ursa should be able to pick up Vladimir's offering pretty quickly. Once he has that, he can take down Roshan. Ursa even has a line for it. Roshan will soon be mined when he picks up that Vladimir's. And if they do pick up maybe something like a Medallion to make it a little bit faster, they should be able to secure themselves a free Roshan kill. So Z hanging around. Looks like he is going to go for that Midas. He's off to an excellent start despite his death. That's the power of that Devourer coming out. They didn't punish that Doombringer enough. And now with that trilane support, yeah, there we go. With that one creep, he's got enough for his Midas. If he chooses to go for, yeah, there we go. We've got Midas playing in. So like that Nature's Prophet, use the power of his abilities to get gold, use that gold to get ahead, stay ahead. We have Snow initiating over on Naughty North. Called out by the Connect kill, but he should be fine. We have the Overgrowth thrown out, and Snow actually might go down. No, zips out to the Fire Remnant. DDY comes in to provide a bit of support. We have Yoshi hanging around in the background, throws out the Chilling Touch on both of them. With that Brain Sap, Toboggan MD goes down to the Fire Remnant damage. Searing Chain's thrown out. Vic is going to go down. Snow has a Haste Rune. Ice Path thrown out. DDY goes down in exchange. Yoshi's going to turn around. Kill that Jakiro. Killing spree over for Yoshi. Yoshi, please have mercy. Snow hanging around 3 points up in Searing Chains. That means a 3-second disable. Gets both Artemis and Hugh Honey. Doom throws out Doom over on Treant Protector. Says, I'm sick of your shit, man. Go die. Artemis is taking a lot of damage. Fire Remnant thrown out. Doesn't jump to the Fire Remnant. I don't think there's enough mana for that. Doom just tanks the tower, turns around, hits him, smacks him down with that Scorched Earth. He's a bit low on HP, out of mana. If Toboggan MD can catch up to it, no, he doesn't have any points in the Nasal Goo. DDY throws out the Brain Sap, saying, get away from my friend. And there we go. Looks like someone accidentally cancelled TP. It could have been the Jakiro. And it's a bit of a misplay, unfortunately. But Doom off to a fantastic start. Has that level 4 Devour. Has that Midas. He's got 1,000 gold already. We see that Fire Remnant abuse right there. With that bottle, that's so strong. Means you always have to give him a wide berth. Zips in, goes on the Disruptor, recognizing that he can't glimpse it back. Disruptor actually didn't go for Glimpse. Not too sure how I feel about it. That's the one reason why you actually pick up Disruptor in the comp scene. Just the fact that Glimpse is so strong. We have the Fiend's Grip up on the Bristleback, just so it doesn't provide out those few last pull sprays. Vic is going to go down. Doom's hanging around. Gets that right click in. Searing Chain, unnecessary, but gets the kill nonetheless. And Bleaker off to a fantastic start. In terms of net worth, 3 highest are over in terms of Team Blink. You see Yoshi actually dropping the Arcane Boots right before he uses his bottle. Before another hero uses his bottle. Yoshi used his Arcane Boots right there just to ensure that he got a little bit more mana from that exchange. He has TP and a full bottle as well as Fire Remnant charge up, so he can use that Fire Remnant abuse again. Throw out that Remnant, zip back in the lane. He's going to pick up the Invisibility Rune. So with all 3 charges back up to full HP, he's very happy with this exchange. Big drawback with the Ember Spirit is the fact that if you don't go Arcane Boots, you have to manage your mana perfectly. Does have a very low mana pool. One of his drawbacks as a hero, but that's counteracted by the fact that he does so much for your team if you can play him well. Provides that high impact, high mobility. Can zip in, zip out of fights, and scales pretty well to the late game with that Slate of Fist. If he picks up a Desolator, even if he's not the primary DPS in the team, he can still provide that -7 armor debuff to everyone. We see that Slate of Fist and Searing Chain combination over on Artemis, taking a lot of damage. Not choosing to use that Static Blink. Turns around right now, a little bit too slow. Blink taking a bit of damage. He doesn't have the Fire Remnant, and with that Overgrowth, goes down once again. Oh, never mind. He's up free. Threw one out earlier. Using the bottle charges, he can actually TP out of this if he has enough time. No, he's just going to run his way on out. See if he can juke into the trees and TP back home. And he should be fine. Naughty North didn't go for any points in Glimpse. Drops that Fire Remnant, and he TPs home. There's no way Naughty North can interrupt this. He doesn't have Glimpse. He chose to go for 2 points over into Thunder Strike. Very interesting. Over in the top lane. Flash in the meantime. He wants to have some fun. He goes in for a hug. Kills Razor. Blinksnow uses that Fire Remnant abuse again. TP's out of lane. Hugh Honey called out with the Fiend's Grip. He doesn't have Living Arm to save him in this case. He goes down to the Bane Elemental. Great play coming out from DDY. Blink in a dominating position once again on the map. Toboggan MD hang around the middle lane, thinking the tower will keep him safe. Snow says, ain't nothing gonna keep you safe from me, child. Throws out the Searing Chain. Called out position. Enfeeble thrown out. Ursa coming in to give him a hug. Hugs him once, hugs him twice. Throws out the Quill Spray. Bristleback doesn't like to be hugged. He has Asperger's. And looks like he's gonna be fine. Jakiro goes down to the Doombringer over in the bottom lane. Looks like Doom had to throw out that Doom for that. With that Searing, or that Scorched Earth, with that level 1 level death, he is able to bring him down. Interesting to see that Doombringer has gone for the Arcane Boots. Most likely will be picking up the support items for the team. If the Doombringer picks up something like the Arcane Boots, it means he's going for the mech, as Doombringer's mana pool is too low to sustain the mech on his own. 4 mechs over on the Radiant side, I believe now. We've got DDY, Ember Spirit, Ancient Apparition, as well as the Doom. The only hero that doesn't have an Arcane Boot is the Ursa, but he has Phase Boot, so he's a little bit cooler instead. Going in for that free Roshan right now. Taking a bit of bash procs, but with that Blander's offering, he should be fine. Fury Swipe. Chosen to max out Fury Swipes into overpower is a bit interesting. It means that he wants to go for Roshan as opposed to kills, as ideally you want to max out overpower to provide that high amount of burst DPS damage. I believe if you get the Enrage into dual overpower combination, you use overpower, once it's off cooldown, you initiate the hero, attack him 5 times, pop that second overpower, gank action happening. Snow throws out the Searing Chain with that double damage rune. Toboggan Empty is called out. Ice Blast hits on Vic Vinegar. He won't go down to that. Throws out that Macro Pyre, but instead goes down to Snow. Actually called out by the Ice Blast. Snow taking a lot of damage. Thanks God for that Fire Guard. Can block a lot of that damage from coming out. Yoshi does go down. Blink turns around. Axes Tree in the face. Artemis comes into the party. He's a little bit late. He gets caught up by the Searing Chain, and he's going to go down. Smacked down by Snow. Double kill over in his end. Fantastic play from that Ember Spirit. Recognizing that with that Flame Guard, he can't sit in the Macro Pyre. Jakiro's Macro Pyre, not really too effective unless you have another spell or ability to lock him in place.
Bottom tower was always the weakest tower.
And he says, do you think we'll make it to 30 again? Well, here's hoping. Looks like Doom is going for that Shadow Blade, so he's actually chosen not to go for the support items for his team. Bit interesting. I guess the supports are such a dominating start. Bane Elemental most likely will be picking it up. Or even the Ancient Apparition. He's got a little bit more gold at the moment. Would like to think that Doombringer can pick up the mech though. Frees up Bane Elemental go for that early 4-star to go for that early Blink Dagger. Can mean if he sees a hero in position, Blink can immediately go for the initiation. Flash drops his overpower. He wants to go in for a hug, decides to hug the tower instead, starts beating on the tower. Hugh Honey's hanging around. He does have his ult in a few seconds. Drops that Earth Shot, using it for the snare. He's tanking the entire team. Eats another Macro Pyre, gets a kill, goes down, has edges to the Immortal, doesn't care. Ice Blast clips Naughty North. Fiend's Grip over on Jakiro. Fire Remnant jumping in. He's going to go down. Toboggan MD, caught up with a Searing Chain, goes down instantly to the high amount of physical DPS coming out. We have that level 1 Glimpse, not really effective. You need at least 2 points in Glimpse before it's effective. And that looks like a free tower. Link once again are off to a dominating start. Just going to do a quick EXP and gold check. 15,000 EXP over in favor of Team Blink in terms of gold. 15,000 once again. They like to keep pace in terms of gold and EXP. They're an equal opportunities employer. They don't want to make sure that either one is left out. Doom has picked up his Shadow Blade. The Arcane Boots pickup means that he can spam out that level death. It's actually a very potent nuke, especially with the recent change. If it is a multiple of 6 right now, it's you lose 20% of your max HP. At level 4, if it's a multiple of 3, you take 20% of your max HP as damage, as well as 250 damage with a 6-second cooldown and with the mini stun built in. Excellent way to cancel TPs. Good spell to throw out to do just a little bit more damage. And it looks like that's a tail 1 for free over in the mid lane. And Snow has picked up the drums, excellent pickup for him. Knows it gives him everything he needs, more stats, more chasing power. And the charges can be used in a pinch. Blink Dagger picked up on the Ursa Spirit. Fantastic item in the Ursa Spirit, I love it. It gives him everything he needs. Ursa has all the damage in the world, all he needs is survivability and a way to initiate. So that Blink, and with that BKB, bit of miscommunication, actually eats that, and the Nightmare zips and Macro Pyre thrown out. JFK Ice Blast hits you, Honey. Zips him once again the Fire Remnant. Snow going balls deep, relying on that Remnant damage to go for the kill. The DPS from the Searing Chain finishes off the Bristleback. Glimpse in, back in, but with no stuns or no follow-up damage, he's going to walk on out of there. He has that regeneration rune. He knows he can play hyper-aggressive. And that could be a tier 2 for free as well. We do have 2 heroes coming back up in a few seconds. But with their ults down, I don't think there's an awful lot they can do to defend against this, especially with the Death Ball push coming up from that Ursa Spirit. One of the biggest advantages that the Vladimir is offering, and one of the reasons why it should usually be picked up in most games, the fact that it provides +5 armor to everyone, including creeps and your allied heroes. For your support heroes, it's a godsend, gives them a lot more survivability. We see Bane has 11 armor right now, so he's taking a lot less damage from physical DPS. Also means creeps have to tank 2 to 3 more hits from the tower, drastically reducing the time it takes for the tower to clear out the creep wave, meaning it's easier to push down towers, as your creep wave can tank more shots. Snow's hanging around, most likely we'll be going for that Desolator pickup.
Double damage.
If the game goes long enough, this is looking to be a dominating lead so far. Roshan should be up pretty shortly. Flash aside and go for the Ancients. I should really figure out how to read this. No, never mind, Roshan's got about 5 to 6 minutes to go. Just gonna farm their Ancients. You're honey, a bit surprised by the fact that they immediately dropped the sentry. Great awareness of mind from DDY, thinking that with the Treant protector around, you're always going to be wary of the Nature's Guise, especially as it doesn't break invisibility when you use items or when you use abilities. One of the reasons why Treant Protector is a great support hero. He can go into place wards or D-ward without being seen. We see Flash jumping in with the initiation. Hugh Henry called out with the Fiend's Grip, and he goes down with the... Artemis goes down to the Brain Sat. Very fast action. Another Tattoo going down. So they've got 6 towers and none over, and Fire Ember jumping in with the Searing Chains. Brings them down. Snow is beyond godlike. Razor calling out his team, saying, "Where were you? Team, please help me. I'm being dove upon." And it looks like they can break high ground. Doom's actually, he didn't get the memo, decided to go high ground anyway. Everyone's dead, so he's just sort of just sitting around, waiting for the tower to draw aggro on something else. And he picked up a Dagon. You know this game's over when a Doombringer picks up a Dagon. But nonetheless, let's see if Radiant side can hold out to the 30-minute mark. We have that Slater Fist and Searing Chain combination, catches up to Sleep over to the Toboggan MD. Great Ice Path, heads 3, followed by the Macro Pie. This can actually kill DDY. Eats the door breath damage, he's going to die to Liquid Fire, unless he can get off the Brain Sap. He turns around to go for it, but doesn't get it off. Snow able to jump out, recognizes that he's snared with the Overgrowth. Flash doesn't care, goes in for the hug, hugs a tree to death. He's got 4.9k, so he can pick up either the Cranium Basher or the BKB. Either are great pickups. You see Razor coming with that cheeky plasma field, finishes him off screaming, "Doom, please kill him." Gets hugged to death by the Ursa. Bears love hugs. Yoshi's kind of running in. He's got that mechanism. Looks like they're off to such a great start that their 5-position player can pick up the mechanism instead of the Doombringer. And Diaside wisely choose to back off. They know they're ahead. There's no point in throwing away their advantage more so than they already have. They could just stick around with 20,000 EXP lead and 25,000 gold lead. They could do whatever the hell they want. They're in complete control of the game. Ursa Spirit has picked up the Cranium Basher. He's about 1.5k off that Abyssal Blade. We'll see if he chooses to go for that or if he chooses to go for that defensive pickup in the BKB. You can see, the Ice Paths have done a lot of work so far. Jakiro is doing a decent amount of work. Chose to max out the Liquid Fire over the Ice Path. Not too sure how I feel about this one. Snow screws up the Searing Chain Slater Fist combination. Accidentally Searing Chains a creep, but still going to kill Vic Vinegar. Uses that Slater Fist to kill him before Ursa can hug him to death. Says, "Hey, that's my kill, don't touch." And Jakiro got a branch, so it looks like a pretty fair trade. 5-position player for a 53 gold item. Artemis throws out that Plasma Field. One of the advantages of that Plasma Field for the Razor is it gives Flying Vision. Is called out by the Fiend's Grip. And Flash jumps in, hugs him to death. Living Armor can't do anything against that amount of damage. The Toboggan MD is caught up by the Searing Train. Throws out the Overgrowth, but they both are going to die to the Ice Blast from the AA ult and that Searing Chain, just to ensure that the Bristleback goes down. With that Kinetic Field and with that Static Kinetic Field and Static Storm, Snow does take a lot of damage, especially from the tower. That Glimpse pushes him back towards the range of the Tier 4s, but he should be fine. There's no follow-up damage to capitalize on the advantage from that. Really questioning the effectiveness of the Disruptor pickup. He chose... Oh, looks like they're hunting that courier. Doom axes it down. Really questioning the pickup of the Disruptor as he chose to max out Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike is a 1-point wonder, as the reason why you go for it is the fact that every 4 seconds when it procs, it gives you vision of the enemy hero. And so one of the cheap ways to ensure that you can pull off an effective glimpse we've got Blinken from the Ursa Spirit, followed by a Slater Fist and Searing Chains. 2 beyond godlike sprees over on the dire side. Moving back onto the Thunderstrike, because it provides vision every 4 seconds, you can use it to guesstimate where you're going to glimpse them back to. As well as that at level 1, it's 160 magic damage. It's a very cost-effective spell. Can use it to harass enemies out of lane. Looks like the Radiant side are just throwing themselves over at the enemy team. Yoshi decided to give them a friendly bit of advice. If you type GG, the game ends.
They don't have legs.
Doom thrown out Hugh Honey. Just so he can't throw out that Overdose, just so he can't throw out that Leech Seed. Ice Blast, flying in, JFK Assassinate, halfway across the map. Flash jumps in, eats the Macro Fire, but doesn't care, just runs up to Vic Vinegar. And he goes down to another swipe from Ursa. And at 19 minutes and 43 seconds, that's a GG call by Mantis Toboggan, MD. He's a doctor, doctors don't lie. And once again, you see the power of Blink Dota's Ancient Apparition pickup. This is a hero that offers so much to the team. Especially if you're an aggressive team like Blink. You see Snow showcasing just what he can do with that Ember Spirit. You can see why they always choose to first ban the Ember Spirit if they can't pick it up themselves. He offers so much to the team. And that looks like game 2. So Blink take a series 2-0 against Paddy's Pubstomp. My name's 49. I'll be uploading the VODs sometime tomorrow, and I'm signing off for the night. Have a good night, guys. Cheers for watching.